A few weeks ago, I made a knockoff Novritsch SSX303. It was honestly a joke at the beginning until I realized how good it was, so I pulled it out to my private airsoft field with my brother and I to play a quick game. He would have an M4 while I would have this creation of mine. It's made from a broken AEG and a gas pistol that I got off of Amazon. I've got many more videos to come in the future that are going to be really cool, so subscribe and turn on the notifications. Like this video and throw a comment down below. Round 1 started and I was at the bottom of the field with the lower ground. So I sprinted as high as I could and took advantage of my full camouflage. My gun did not have the range of the M4, so I had to be sneaky and not let my brother find me. I took advantage of these trees in front of me as well as the brush. They caused his BBs to ricochet and not hit me. This did gain me some precious time that allowed me to think out my next move. I soon discovered that I was in a bad position because BBs were hitting all the trees next to me. So, unsure of what to do, I decided to simply retreat and take my plan from there. On my hasty descent, I dropped my speed loader, which cost me some time. However, I turned around and went along the side of the field in order to take advantage of the boulders. These boulders were on ground higher than me. This allowed me to stay hidden without my brother being able to see me, so I could hopefully get closer to him so I wouldn't get shot as easily. Okay, after trying to recover from that mentally and physically defeating headshot, I decided that I really need to plan things carefully. So I decided to hide behind these shrubs that were cut down and on the ground. I decided to run next to where he would be crossing through and hopefully be able to ambush him. I had to move very quietly so that I wouldn't give away my spot. Eventually, I found a good place and sat there for about 8 minutes. Eventually, patience got the best of me, and I decided that I was looking in the wrong place. Just when I thought of this, my brother was right next to me and had shot me. My strategy had failed me. Round 3 came, and I was desperate to change things. I had noticed that the last 2 rounds, I had simply been sitting around and waiting for him to come to my BB range. So I decided to rush forward on this one. Once I found a good lane to go through, I hoped to take him around the side and not engage him head on. I took advantage of the trees and brush around me and managed to get a few good shots at him that gave him a pretty good scare. He wasn't able to reach me because of all of the trees next to me. Oh, and about all this footage that really isn't that good, I wasn't stabilizing my camera very well, so I apologize about that. I didn't get him on those first few shots, so I decided to go even more forward and hopefully around him. As I ran through, I reached a clearing where I had him in my sights. There I had him. I took a few nice good shots and landed a clean headshot. This was also partially revenge for him getting headshots on me earlier. However, my joy was short-lived.
Finally!
Round 4 came along, and I had a renewed sense of confidence. I was sure that I could make this happen again. I decided to take my plan that I had from round 2 and go take advantage of my camouflage along the sides with all of the empty branches. Hopefully those branches would have been able to provide enough camouflage for me so that he wouldn't see me. When I was clearing the land for this field, I left these areas on the sides very dense on purpose. You see, I wanted anyone that had a ghillie suit to be able to take full advantage of it. I also wanted to add a buffer between my land and my neighbor's land. So I took advantage of this myself, and decided that I was going to wait again for him to come through. I was a little bit higher than I was last time, and I hoped that this would help me to get a clearer shot. So once again, I had to sit and wait. I could hear some branches rustling from the bottom of the field. I knew that it was him, but I couldn't quite see him. I was debating in my head whether to sit here or push up and take him by surprise, since I didn't think he would know that I would come this far. Eventually, after waiting a few more minutes, patience got the best of me and I decided to push up. I did still want to be cautious so that I wouldn't walk straight into his line of fire. I peeked a few times and then decided to make the move. I could see his head now and decided that once it turned away, I would peek through and try to get a good shot on him. Trying to be cautious, I went out into the open. And it was no good because I was straight in his line of fire and I got absolutely slaughtered. He was right there. Round 5 came, and there was no hope for me to win any of these anymore. Hopefully I could get just one more hit on him, and hopefully make this through.
Ready? Go!
I decided to commit and just run for it. So I went up on the side of the field to hopefully get a good shot on him. I was determined and had been doing some more practice shots in between rounds to try to get my accuracy to be a little bit better. I spotted him and decided to take aim and take fire, but he also saw me. Once again, I didn't have a bipod or a good stabilizer, so I'm sorry for this footage. I took one good shot that went right next to the tree. Then I took another that went on the tree on his left. This caused so many problems and I ended up getting hit.
Hit!
Yes, that was a headshot and it was painful. So the M4 got 4 wins and this SSX303 got 1. I hope you like that, and here's an update on the field. I have been looking at your comments that you guys put in the last video on my planning for this field. I've been reading them, going over them, and seeing how I can make them. I've cleared a lot of the forest so far so that you can get some nice long-range shots. In the weeks to come, I'm going to be building a few forts. Hopefully, I'll be able to build some walls and other cool features. Throw any suggestions into the comments below, and like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.